Lacrosse was born to the North American Indian, christened by the French and raised by the Canadians. Its Native American inventors still referred to lacrosse as the creator's game. Since that time, this game has simply exploded. Today, lacrosse is one of the fastest growing team sports in the entire United States, especially among our youth. Since 1999, membership of kids 15 and under has more than tripled from 40,000 to 150,000. Since 1988, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has used the vehicle of lacrosse to have a positive impact upon thousands of lives. It began when God planted a very, very special seed in the hearts of Dan Britton and Frank Kelly. In that time frame, Dan, Frank, and the entire Kelly family put together a team of 22 men that would venture out to Vail, Colorado to play in the Vail Lacrosse Shootout. The first FCA lacrosse team broke new ground, and the men impacted by the mountaintop experience became the leaders of what is now known as the FCA Lacrosse Ministry. The impact of these faithful pioneers is still changing lives today.
Having faith and playing a sport is very important to me because it gives me more of a purpose.
Being a part of FCA has been a way that I can witness and open the Bible to fellow teammates.
I love seeing the guys from FCA come out on the field because, you know, as an official, they're going to be a lot easier to handle.
FCA Lacrosse gives these young people the opportunity to watch faith in action through the athletes.
FCA is committed not only to the youth of the game, but to the coaches and community as well. FCA Lacrosse provides a free outreach breakfast at the annual Lacrosse Coaches Convention, where hundreds of coaches have been impacted by the FCA message.
A coach has more of an impact on a kid sometimes than their family does. In order for people to realize what really is important, I really believe it needs to come from the coaches.
FCA lacrosse camps provide a week of inspiration and perspiration. The first FCA lacrosse camp took place at Gettysburg College with 9 campers in 1988. This summer, throughout the United States, hundreds of campers will attend FCA lacrosse camp.
As a camper, I was so impacted by seeing the staff and my coach and my huddle leaders, seeing how they live for Christ. It really inspired me to want to go on and do the same thing.
I love it that my kids come to FCA camps. They learn lacrosse from All-Americans by day and the Bible from All-Americans by night.
FCA Lacrosse is committed to reaching campuses for Christ through the game of lacrosse. On the collegiate level, FCA Lacrosse works with FCA Lacrosse Team Bible Studies. These student-led and student-initiated meetings allow teammates to explore the truth and principles of the Bible with their college teammates.
We do with FCA at West Point is we take our people and show them that spiritual leadership is the heart of leadership both on the field and, quite frankly, as officers leading soldiers.
The FCA Lacrosse Community Ministry works to impact the lacrosse community outside of the school setting. The National One Way to Play Drug-Free program and FCA lacrosse teams have been a positive influence on thousands in the lacrosse community. Each summer, FCA Lacrosse hosts the One Way to Play Drug-Free Lacrosse Tournament, where athletes are challenged to be drug and alcohol-free.
The One Way to Play Drug-Free Lacrosse Tournament is a fantastic tournament where hundreds of kids come and play under the banner of FCA Lacrosse and the One Way to Play Drug-Free program.
FCA lacrosse teams provide athletes of all ages an opportunity to compete while growing in their faith.
Just a great opportunity to come together with these guys who share the same values and faith as you do.
One of the finest times I can remember in my life, just with all 4 of my sons played on that team. And it was rare that they all played in the same team.
What excites me about FCA Lacrosse's future is seeing the strong influence that's taken place in the Mid-Atlantic and seeing that reproduced throughout the country.
I really look for the organization to continue to grow and most importantly, just to reach out and touch coaches and players and parents and just have a great influence.
Since 1988, FCA Lacrosse has had a growing influence upon the sport of lacrosse. FCA Lacrosse is part of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the largest sports ministry in the United States for over 50 years. FCA Lacrosse provides athletes and coaches with the opportunities to explore and grow in a personal relationship with Christ. Integrity, serving, teamwork, and excellence. These are the foundations of FCA Lacrosse. They are the values that guide people on and off the playing field and guide FCA Lacrosse into its bright future. An unlimited number of young people want to be a part of FCA Lacrosse, want to be a part of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
FCA is just a great experience. You get excellent lacrosse training, and you also get to learn more about Christ, and you get to read the Bible. FCA Lacrosse is the best.
There are countless opportunities for FCA Lacrosse to reach out and positively influence lives. What if you had the opportunity to make an investment that changes lives? Expanding the camps and ministry programs can enable the ministry to expand the positive influence of FCA Lacrosse throughout the nation. Your generosity can make it possible for us to reach every young man and woman who desire to be a part of FCA Lacrosse.
Support FCA in any way you can, whether that's through your time, your prayers, your finances, helping out coaching, because I know there are a lot of lost kids out there and high school kids that are looking for something, and that something is Christ.
Contributions can be given to meet the current financial needs or can be given through the FCA Lacrosse Foundation for the future of the ministry. The FCA Lacrosse Foundation was developed to ensure a solid financial future for FCA Lacrosse and its mission. FCA Lacrosse Foundation endowed funds provide long-term support to the staff and ministry programs of FCA Lacrosse. The FCA Lacrosse Foundation also provides over 20 different ways to contribute to the FCA Lacrosse Foundation through wills, real estate transactions, and many other methods. Please join us in our efforts of growing FCA's influence within the game of lacrosse.